Please stop calling me gay. I touched a willy in high school once, and it was just a little mistake.
Okay, you did the last episode.
I thought you were playing that intro like after my... like, just we'll make that like the fucking cold open.
Okay, that's the cold open. Hello everyone, welcome to the latest episode of the FireStorm podcast. We are back again with a normal episode this time. Ignore... Gus, just rapping about being straight.
I love to have sex with women with big breasts. I don't have sex with men, because if I did, that would make me gay.
And that's we all. Are not.
That's all. The end.
Yes, welcome to episode 44. We've decided to actually do a normal episode of the podcast instead of Twilight Princess playthroughs. But expect more of that soon.
We're doing that still because guess what? Whether or not you guys watch it, I still need to play it. So
yeah,
and I'm just gonna rope Trent. I'm gonna rope Trent into it, whether he likes it or not. So,
I'm having a lot of fun with it. Actually, I am enjoying it. We are having a lot of fun playing Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess. So you better fucking watch it, mate. I swear to
it's fun.
God.
We're okay with being background noise.
We're okay with fuck yeah. Why not?
I watch a bunch of shit all the time in the background.
Yeah, hell yeah. It's really
put
fucking
that shit
good,
on
man.
the background.
Put it on the playlist, just go to town, have a laugh or two.
Yeah.
Hopefully more than two. And
maybe like three.
Yeah, maybe three.
Yeah.
But yeah, have a good time with it. And yeah, so we are back today with a normal episode of the podcast. And surprising to me, it's nearly the end of the fucking year. Like,
I thought March was yesterday.
I know, it's just fucking happened. It's just like, oh yeah, January, February.
This was simultaneously like the longest year ever and the shortest year ever.
It's bizarre because you kind of just patch everything with COVID in like
because no one. It felt like
2 months.
when we were living through it, it felt super long because we didn't do anything. But now that we're here at the end of the year, it felt super short because we didn't do anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the fucked thing. And we both, I believe, I think it was either 2019 or 2020. I uploaded a video on my own channel about what I wanted to do, and then we did one for the podcast about 2020.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's kind of dumb looking back at that now with everything that has happened with COVID ruining literally fucking everything. So, literally everything. So, I don't know. We're kind of just gonna have a little chat today about...
Yeah.
Well, what we would like to do in 2021... But we can't make any promises because who knows what's gonna happen in the next month or two.
Yep.
It's gonna be fucking wild.
Yep.
So, yeah, we're kind of just gonna shoot the shit about that for a little bit. And, let us know in the comments below, what are your plans for 2021? If things go ideally for you, what do you want to do and what do you want to achieve? Because that's what we're gonna be talking about here today. So... Who wants to get going first?
Here's what I'll bring up to start. You know what was on my list last year that I don't think is going to be on my list for this year? Getting a girlfriend. Because you know what? At this point, I don't even know like if it happens, it happens at this point, you know?
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to go out like seeking it because I mean, I'm already busy enough with school and music. And, you know, I like girls as much as the next straight guy, but, like, it just, dating, we're 21 at this point. Dating is kind of like, we're going for the long game now. Like, if we're dating someone, it's going to have to be for the long game. And it's, so it's definitely a tricky thing to find, especially when we're older. Especially around this age, because so many people our age just like to fuck around and not make any commitments. Which is pretty much kind of where I'm at. Like, of course I'd like to make a commitment, but I just don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. It could. I could be proven extremely wrong, but it's not going to be something that I go out and be like, I want a girlfriend, I'm so lonely. You know, I feel like at this point I get enough fulfillment out of my creative stuff, out of my, my own friends, personal and online. Like, it's all, I feel like everything is pretty much there now. It's just a matter of me getting my school life straight, and then once I'm out of school, I think I'll be more focused on actually finding a girlfriend, you know?
Yeah, no, relationships are kind of at the point now where it's just like, well, look, there's a heap of things that, as an individual, I want to achieve before I even consider anything like that. Yeah. And I am, well, there's a lot of personal things I want to do first. And like, if I were to get in a relationship in between that, then if things fell into place correctly, great.
Yeah,
but
right,
I know
exactly.
with what I'm doing, there's not a lot of opportunities being presented for that sort of situation to happen.
Yeah.
But that's fine, because you know what?
Exactly.
I am content and happy with things I want and I'm going to do. I am not... Well, I said before I'm not making any promises, but I'm fucking going to do quite a lot of the things I'm going to state. Because I fucking need to, for many, many reasons. But, yeah, relationships are kind of just like... That's kind of like on the side.
Yes, definitely.
And that's to... echo what you said before. It's not that I don't care about not having a relationship. If I were to get into a relationship, that would be like, it would turn into a primary thing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have a relationship and be like, okay, you're still on the side, ho.
Yeah,
I am
right.
fucking doing my own thing. No, if I were to get into a relationship, it would be treated properly.
Exactly.
So... yeah, it all just depends.
And it's a sacrifice that I think us creative types pretty often make, because like I mean, because the way I see it, right, all my, like, a bunch of my IRL friends are in relationships now, pretty happy relationships, to be fair. Like, they're all in relationships with, you know, they have girlfriends, whatever. But like, for me, the way I see it, it's like, hey, these guys are going to be in shitty office jobs in 3 years. Whereas me, I'm not there yet, but like, every step is closer and closer to getting to the point where I can do nerdy music online for a living, you know?
Yeah.
So and this year was the biggest step so far by a long shot. Like, I managed to quit my part-time just to focus on doing music part-time, because I was making more money from music every month than I was making from my part-time job.
Nice.
Yeah, so I quit the fucking dining hall shit because I hated it, and all my friends there quit anyway, so it wasn't even fun anymore. So I basically just quit that shit, and now I'm just focusing more on music to kind of further that, because obviously getting a degree is important, but like, it's kind of like such a volatile thing, because there are so many people who are like streamers for a living, and they're like, what, 23, 24 or whatever. Like, I don't imagine like they're going to be doing that when they're 50, you know?
No.
And that's why I am willing to stick it out through college to get an actual degree, so that I have something to fall back on.
Yeah.
But but like, when it comes down to it, like, while I'm young, like in my 20s and 30s, I could probably, I could go for making some nerdy music for a living, I'm cool with that. So, that's at least another 10 years, at least.
I've got essentially two sets of mates. Like, doesn't matter how close they are to me, they're two sets of mates. I have a lot of mates here that are essentially doing smaller, like studying smaller, like, things and to get certificates and all that. They're getting trades, essentially, to become mechanics or to become like plumbers and stuff like that. Jobs that are essentially, well, essential, and you need, and you make good money off of it if you do it well.
Yeah.
I've got a subset of mates that are doing that, doing the small stuff, just doing what they need to do to get by, and they're going to make a good amount of money from it and probably get a house in 10 years.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Good on them. That's what they want to do, so they can spend the weekends getting fucking pissed drunk and blind. Which, you know what?
Fair enough.
If that's the way you want to live your life,
yeah,
that's fine.
That's a life.
That is a life. And then I have another subset of mates that are... I was kind of there as well for a little bit, where I was like... They're stuck not knowing what they want to do, so they try to implement things from their past into their future, as in, oh, I played games growing up, I'm going to stream games from now on. And
It's such a hard
I'm going to
profession
stream games.
these days. It's so hard to get
I know, and like,
make it as a streamer, especially a new streamer.
yeah, I know exactly, and like that's the thing. We are kind of, I wouldn't say we exactly fit into that demographic. For a small time, I think I did when I was trying to go balls to the wall with YouTube, and it just wasn't really going anywhere.
Yeah,
and then I focused on my writing, and then I've kind of fallen off of that a bit, but I'm trying to get back on it. Now I've kind of, now that I'm 21, now that I'm here, my thought is, okay, look, I've tried these different things. I've given them good year or two effort to see if it will, if the launching pad will at least make its way there. Like, because I know within a year or two, I'm not going to be extremely successful at YouTube or extremely successful at writing. I just wanted to see if I would at least start to gain a bit of momentum. Yeah. And I felt like I wasn't. So my goal now is, okay, I've tried the things that I wanted to do and hasn't worked out exactly how I wanted it to. Now let's go for something I believe I'll succeed at that requires a little bit more work and a little bit more mainstream appeal, if you will say like that. Yeah. And when I say that, I mean studying to become a teacher. That's what I'm now looking to do.
Yeah.
So, because I feel like I have a lot to offer as a teacher, and I feel like I could be a pretty good English teacher, which...
There you go.
For multiple reasons. I have many, many ideas revolving around that. A couple of days ago, I literally... Okay, I don't know if you have something like this. I had to sit a stat test, which is a test that you have to sit if you didn't get a good, like, final score at the end of high school, which is an ATAR. If you didn't get a good final score, that because every subject in university has, like, a minimum score level you would have had to achieve to try and get into the class.
Okay.
And I did not make the score to become a teacher, even though I graduated high school years ago.
Right.
So I had to sit a stat test, and I will figure out early January if my score from the stat test will allow me to get into an English to a teaching course. If it doesn't, there are still other, like, I can go for a diploma and then from there go up to, like, a Bachelor of Teaching.
Yeah.
It will just take, like, another year of my life.
Yeah.
Which would suck, but that's a method I could choose.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so essentially, my next year, 2021, kind of gravitates around the fact on if I get into university or not. If I get in, then that's going to make a lot of changes for me, because I've also essentially got full-time work now, even though I'm still technically a casual, but that's... thanks public work system. So, and because my head campus and my main place of work are in the same area, which are both an hour from where I live, I talked about this on the Twilight Princess playthrough, but I've considered moving.
Yes.
Which will be a big step.
Yeah.
Because I admit, I grew up a bit spoiled. I grew up quite under the guidance of my parents, and I always had siblings living at home with me.
Yeah.
And moving away from that will be challenging. It will be interesting. It probably will be difficult, but it is a step I feel like I am capable of taking as well. Our family is close anyway. If they don't visit me, I'll visit them during the week.
Yeah.
It's bound to fucking happen. So either that, or if I don't get into university and I have to make a compromise and either study online to try and get a diploma or something like that, and I only have the work there, then I probably will remain home. But the other reason I was thinking of moving is because driving to my job, and then working, and then driving back, because it's an hour away, by the time I'm done, there's barely any hours left in the day.
Yeah.
So I don't have a lot of time to focus on the things I want to focus on. So
yeah.
And I have a lot of things I want to do in regards to, I want to at least get a book up to the point of being ready to publish next year. I want to get another book close to, if not out.
Gotcha.
I want to continue with either karate and or properly starting training for professional wrestling, or both, if I can.
Gotcha.
And the other thing, the primary thing, is to focus on my health, because I am quite an unhealthy boy. I
feel that.
I feel that, man. But I am quite overweight. I am quite unhealthy, so I want to fix that for my own health, because it's
a good thing to like, because that's kind of how I feel. Like, I signed up for a local gym yesterday. Everywhere hurts. I'm so sore, but it's like it's the way, like, I was thinking, like, if I'm not in shape now, when am I going to be in shape? You know, like, you might as well, like, take, like, you know, this is probably around the prime of our lives ish, like from a physical standpoint. So you might as well just like fucking, I'm gonna have a 6-pack or some shit, you know? So that's, so I was like, I'll try to get in shape, because on the other hand, my metabolism works way too fast, and I cannot gain weight to save my goddamn life, and I am way too skinny, and it's so bad. It's really, like, I don't know what my BMI is, but it's very low. So I've been trying to gain muscle mass. You know, I complain as if it's like, I'm way too skinny, but, you know, it's not a bad problem to have, really, but it's more like, it's frustrating, because I'm like, my dad is the same way. He's like 6'1" and probably weighs like 160. Which is really not a lot for 6'1".
Well, you're saying pounds?
Yes,
right?
pounds. Yeah.
No, that's fucking low. Yeah, that is.
And so I didn't get good genetics for the whole gaining weight thing, but it's just kind of frustrating when, like, even when you work out, like, the muscle mass you get doesn't even seem to contribute. So at this point, I'm just doing it for, like, I don't know, so I can just, like, make it easier to get laid or something. I don't know, but it's like at this point, it's just like for the sake of it. Like, I might as well be in shape. But you know, it's cool. Also, I wanted to, like, finish my thought. I had a thought like 10 minutes ago, and I just never finished it.
Sorry,
No, you're good.
Sorry,
But my thought was, like, so all my friends are in, like, 5 years or whatever, 4 years, 3 years. My friends are all going to be working in, like, shitty office jobs. Meanwhile, if, like, you know, the growth on YouTube keeps up, I'll be, like, fucking in my house or in my apartment, whatever, making shitty music or making nerdy music and having, like, the time of my life, you know, for a living. So
that would be pretty
right,
epic.
Exactly. Like, I would enjoy everything I worked on. So that's how I see it. Like, maybe I'm sacrificing a decent social life now, but in a few years, as long as I keep doing what I'm doing, I have a feeling like, you know, while they're working those crappy office jobs, I'll be, like, fucking having a great time. So
that's
it's just putting in that work from early on, you know?
Exactly. And even if you're sacrificing, like, a big social life, in all honesty, there's two ways people go in their 20s. Like, they either hang out with a fuck ton of mates and they get fucking pissed every weekend, or they try to do so much and they can only do so little. Yeah. Or you kind of grind with what you want to do and you only keep a few close mates. Those types of people are typically the most successful. If they are willing to sacrifice a bit of their social life to put in the work, then they typically end up more successful. I'm just going to turn off my air conditioner. Never mind this beep. Anyway, so it's kind of like it is a double-edged sword that way, but it pays off in the long run, I think, because, like, it kind of hurts now, but I mean, in a few years' time, like, that'll, you know, I've already come I've already come to grips with it though, because like there's been many points where I felt like, oh, I want to go fucking hang out with all the boys and all that and get pissed and everything, and then 2 or 3 hours into it, I'm like, fuck this, I want to go home and sleep. Like, I've already got fucking grandpa energy. I'm like, nah, fuck this shit, I'm going to bed. But, like, it's like, the other thing is, though, like, it's great hanging out with mates and all that in a giant social setting like that, but this is why I think I've never been into clubs or whatever.
Sure.
It's because, like, I care more about, like, a proper friendship and a proper, like...
Agreed.
Knowing a person properly and like being good mates with them. That's why like I've kept a few close mates for like excess of 10 years. And everyone else, like the same conversation happens every time I see someone I haven't seen for about 6 months, then I see them at a party, whatever. We have the same 5-minute conversation,
shallow ass conversation, never goes anywhere.
Exactly, of what have you been up to? Oh, this, and this. Oh, awesome. What have you been up to? This, this. Like, oh, great. We should catch up more often. Yeah, we definitely should.
Then it never happens.
And then everyone fucking goes back. Yeah, no, it never happens. Everyone goes back to doing what they're doing. Either that, or nowadays people are just attached to their girlfriends 24/7.
I hate that. I hate that. It's so stupid. Like when guys get way too attached to their girlfriends and like give up their, their guy friends. Like, dude, it's bros before hoes for a fucking reason, dude. Like, unbelievable. So, like that's a big thing. If hopefully when I get a girlfriend, like, I will not not necessarily prioritize her over my actual friends, Like, there's a certain level of priority that comes in a relationship, but, like, she's gonna have to realize that I need time with the boys,
Yeah.
Like, I'm not giving that up.
It's really fucking weird, though, because somehow 2 of our mates have managed to make their girlfriends become a part of the boys.
That's epic. Like, I love that.
I don't know how they've fucking done it. 2 of them can... there's 2 chicks like that are in relationships with 2 of my mates, and they can fucking keep up with us while drinking. They can fucking... They talk about the same shit we talk about. It's fucking wild.
It's epic,
and it's awesome.
Yeah.
We all went fishing the other weekend, and it was fucking mad. And it's just like, I don't know how you fucking found these chicks, but they're fucking great, and they're becoming part of the boys, and I don't know how they've done it. So
that's fucking epic.
I don't mind if they're there, because they're fucking actually cool to talk with. So like, I don't know, it's a bizarre place, but like,
there's definitely a delicate balance there, because like, because when you find girls like that who can hang out with you, like with all the boys and keep up, like, not many girls will, like, there aren't a lot of girls out there that are like capable of that. Like they're just like, but the ones who are like super down to earth like that are really cool. It's a rare find.
Yeah, we're not saying all girls aren't like that. What we're saying is that we haven't met a lot of girls like that. Just like we haven't been
fortunate enough
exposed to girls that keep up with the boys like that, and like, I don't know.
No, but there are definitely girls who are not like that, because I've met some.
Oh, that definitely, 100%.
It's really unfortunate.
100%. But it is. But like. So yeah, I agree. My placement right now in regards to relationships is kind of there. It's kind of like, oh, look,
like my work, my creative stuff comes first. The stuff I want to accomplish as a human being, as an individual, just comes first.
I feel like that. No, not even that. Like, yes, that. But another aspect is that, like, setting yourself up for success, because I feel like there's been many times where people have just fallen into a relationship and they've stuck with that, and then they end up with fucking 3 kids and no job, and then they're just like, well, what do I do now? And
shit.
I've got a few mates that have already fucking mastered this. Like my best mate Callum, he I don't know if he's listening to this. He set himself up for success. As soon as he finished high school, he went and did a course in real estate. He went and got a job. He went and did the work. He put the hours in, got paid fuck all, and now he's actually, like, next year he's being essentially, like, thrown out of the nest, and he's going to be doing real estate shit solo. He's still working for the same company, but he's going to be able to
his own agent.
Yeah, like he's going to be able to do his own shit. He has set himself up for success, and but that kind of runs in his family though. And only after he got the real estate job did he get a relationship. He decided to set himself up for success first in regards to having a successful career, and then he went and found a girl he liked and got into a relationship. So that's kind of like, that's kind of like a good mindset to have.
Yeah, definitely.
Like making sure you yourself are successful first, and
happy with yourself. It's really important to be happy with yourself.
Exactly. That's kind of like where I need to be at the moment. Like that's kind of where I want to be as well. Where I'm not going to try and compare myself to him because he and his family are like a line of success stories. So he's kind of had it built for him. Like not really. He went to theirs himself. But for me, I kind of wanted to better myself first in regards to my health, and then if I can if I'm doing a degree or if I'm doing a course for teaching, then I know, all right, I'm making the steps needed for success, because these will be more beneficial steps than anything I've done in the past 4 years. Like the other most successful thing I did was publish my book, which was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So I feel like if I can better myself with my health and then make progress in the course, because it's a 4-year course, like I'm not gonna have it fucking done instantly. But if I get into the course, if I can better my health, if I can keep my job going at a similar hours to what I've got now, manage to keep it all together, then that is building the blocks for my success, which is what I want to do. That's kind of where I'm at the minute. And even if I don't get into the course, there are other things I can do.
Yeah.
It's just making sure I actually act on that.
Yeah, it's all about the, like, making yourself better first. Like, people will say it in, like, relationship Reddits or whatever, anything, but, like, it is super important to love yourself first before you love someone else. Because it's like, if you're not at a point where you're, like, happy with what you have going on, then there's no way you can be happy with, like, trying to add someone super important to your life. But yeah, that's pretty much, I think that kind of concludes that bit of the conversation. Like, I don't think we need to say anything else about that. That was because I kind of incorporated two things with that I wanted to talk about, like putting in the hours, like like you said, setting up for success, like, and kind of being like, hey, you guys are gonna be in your stupid office jobs, meanwhile here I am fucking covering fairy tale music for a living. Fuck you. Yeah. So it's kind of like that. But on that note, not really on that note, but I wanted to go ahead and make a not seamless transition. Are there any, like, events or anything that you hope will not be canceled that you're planning to go to in the next year?
The only one that I am primarily focused on is Avcon, because of my, like, history with Avcon. I'm still very, very happy and determined to... convention hosting isn't really something that I primarily feel like is something that will be in my long-term future, but I do really enjoy convention hosting, and Avcon has certainly been a good experience, and it helps me stay connected to the local community, and it is really enjoyable. So Avcon is still slated for July. It originally was January, but they pushed it back to July again. Essentially that, because there hasn't been, like, other than that there are other conventions like Animaga and Supernova and Oz Comic Con, which I believe are still going ahead. If I have the time and, like, money I'm willing to spend on the conventions, then I'll probably go. But otherwise, like, there isn't any concerts, there isn't any, like,
I don't think there are any
concerts
really scheduled so far. It's all super tentative.
And exactly. And our initial goal, like, back when we started the podcast, it was just like, January or July 2021, let's meet up in Japan. That's not gonna fucking happen.
I can't even get on the damn plane.
No, that's probably a 2022 plan,
Yeah.
but nah. To summarize it, essentially just Avcon at the moment. If it goes ahead, maybe a few other conventions. Otherwise, nah, I've got nothing really else planned. Nothing really else I've seen that I want to do. So, what about yourself, though?
Well, the big one is Worlds, Pokemon the World Championships, which is in London. It was supposed to be in London this year. I'm kind of glad it wasn't, because I don't think I would have had the money to go, but I've been saving for a while now. And by the time it comes around in August, hopefully it's scheduled to go ahead in August. We're hoping. I think by August, especially in other countries, it'll be mostly clear, especially since the vaccine's going around now these days. So I think, the United States is a different story, but I think, at least in England, in the UK, I think it'll be mostly clear. So hopefully that goes ahead.
Hopefully.
Because I'm going to try to meet up with a bunch of my friends that I met online this year. But kind of having, being quarantined for so long kind of was almost a blessing in disguise for me, because I met so many really cool people online, like fellow YouTubers and stuff. And one thing, like, it's resulted in a lot of cool opportunities for me, to just see, like, talk with some new people that, I have common interests with, and all kinds of cool stuff. So, but I'm planning to go in August to Worlds and meet up with everyone, meet up with a bunch of people, and hope it'll be really cool, I think. It'd be a really fun time. The other one that we're still talking about is scheduled to go ahead is PAX East, which is in Boston. So
Nice.
we're trying to go to PAX East. I'm not sure how much a ticket costs, to be honest, but I'm going to try. A couple of my U.S. friends from the Pokemon YouTuber server that I'm on are talking about carpooling to go there. Like, one of my friends who lives in Oklahoma is gonna, like, fly here, and then we'll drive up to Boston.
I was just gonna say road trip around America, picking up fucking Poketubers. Just keep going.
Exactly. Well, so Oklahoma's kind of a fucking way far out, but Richmond to Boston will be really easy for the most part. It's probably like 8-9 hours, maybe. I would say probably 8, because you'd have to go past New York to Boston through New York. So, and it's 6 hours to get to New York. So probably around 8 hours to get to Boston. But yeah, not too bad. So we're talking about carpooling. We'll probably pick up some people who live in New York along the way if all goes according to plan. But that's supposed to take place in June. And I think that's late enough into the year to make it at least to the point where we can go where we're all wearing masks or something. Because I feel like that's late enough. Because I feel like the coronavirus, like, if the vaccine gets mass produced, it'll be something we're almost required to take. Like, government or something. Like, as long as it's proven safe. Because fucking Bill Clinton, George Bush, and Barack Obama are all fucking taking the vaccine to prove it's safe. So if that goes through, we're probably going to be required to take it. So
yeah, I'm skeptical on that, but yeah, go on. Yeah, I'm skeptical on vaccine. It's alright.
Well,
keep going.
I'm just optimistic, I guess. It's, I mean, but apparently,
fucking motorbikes, go away.
apparently it does work or something. I don't know, but I mean, it took them long enough, but that should be going on. I mean, they made the announcement recently, so I'm assuming that's going forward. But if we do go, it'll be fun. So
Nice.
I'm okay with wearing a mask the whole time. Like, I don't care. But that'll be fine. So that's the other one, pretty much.
That's the thing.
I don't really have anything else.
I know. PAX is like Pokemon Worlds is a bit different, but like PAX and any other conventions and all that, it's just like you don't need to wear a mask. You just fucking cosplay, and then you have a helmet or something.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're like, yeah, fuck it. I'm doing it properly.
Hey,
guys. Check me out.
Let's go.
That'd be fucking.
Yeah.
Fun.
So.
Yeah. No, that sounds.
That would be fun.
What are your musical aspirations? Do you have plans for your music? I'm pretty sure you mentioned in the Twilight Princess episode that you had a few things. Yeah.
So I have a few things planned for at least before the end of the year. my remastered This Dream album just went through this morning. So it should be like on it's already on iTunes and stuff, but it should be on like Spotify by tomorrow.
Actually, just quickly on that, did you put on Twitter that like the original album art for the original album was fine, but then for some reason they didn't approve this one because your art of you had Pikachu
I'm not sure why. No, they didn't. They don't. So when they reject artwork, they don't specify exactly why. They just give you a list of things that cannot be in it. Like they just give you the general list.
I'm assuming copyrighted.
Right, but the problem was that Pikachu already got approved a year ago. So the album art is already there. So, but the thing is now, it's a different times now, I guess. But basically, you can't, when you're using, I guess, well, when you're using any platform to distribute music, you can't replace the audio files. Like if you want to upload a new audio file for a song, you have to delete the whole thing and re-upload it. So, but now you can change the album art, you can change the album title, without taking it down. So, I'm just basically at this point, now that it's gotten through, I'm just going to be like, submit it over and over until it gets approved. So, that's my plan. Submit the old album art over and over until it gets approved. So, but I did like make sure to link, so Spotify link. So if any of you out there listening have This Dream songs from the original This Dream album on your Spotify playlists or whatever, they will stay there because I uploaded them with the same like ID numbers. So they will connect, they will link to the new versions of them. So there you go.
How epic.
Right? So I just figured out how to do that. Like, it's pretty epic.
Just randomly tuned in, and for some reason the song is just a lot.
Yeah, right.
It's just like,
exactly. What the fuck is this? So yeah, that'll be. So that's coming out now, ish. I have another album called I Believe, which is the Pokemon movies stuff. It's gonna have the I Choose You, We'll Meet Again, Together We'll Make a Promise, etc. It's going to have all those songs. It's going to come out by the end of the year. I just need to do vocals for one more song, and then it'll all be done. So I'm just going to submit that. It'll probably come out, like, I'll probably set it for release on, like, the 21st or something like that, around that time.
Yeah.
So that's when it'll probably come out, just any time before the end of the year, really. I'm probably going to do those vocals tomorrow and then just submit it. But that's the... that's the only other thing, is that for at least before the end of the year. The other thing would be, I'm putting together a second anime cover album, of course. A lot of the stuff I've been doing recently is going on there, like the Down by Law cover, Make My Story, bunch of other stuff. So those are all going on there. I kept a few spaces open because there are some new anime coming out next year, that I'm really looking forward to, and that will probably cover the openings for. My Hero Season 5 being the main one. Assuming I like it... Hold on, I gotta burp.
Yeah, me too, actually.
So assuming I like the opening for My Hero Season 5, I'll probably cover it. Mike and I are going to might try to work together on that. So that should be fun. If we go through with it anyway. I don't even know what he's been up to. He's been taking like 10-hour shifts recently. I'm like, what are you doing? Like getting up at 4 a.m. and like, yeah, no thanks. Jeez. He's been, I don't know. The man's insane. But
grinding.
he's grinding so hard. But so that one, My Hero Season 5 is the main one. Eden Zero, which I'm super excited for, is getting an anime around the same time. So assuming that song is also good and within my ability, I will cover that probably as well. So I'm super excited for Eden Zero for the anime. That's one of the things I want to talk about in 2021. Obviously, My Hero Season 5 is going to be great. Of course it is. The last few seasons have been super strong. Like My Hero Season 3 and 4 specifically were both really good. 2 was great too, but like 3 and 4 have been a step up in my opinion. Season 1 was definitely a level below everything else. It was just getting it started, I guess. But everything after
block.
season 1 has been really, really good. So I'm assuming season 5 is going to be great as well. But Eden Zero starting up as an anime is one of the things I'm most excited about. For those of you who don't know, Eden Zero is a new manga, fairly new manga, started in 2018, from the creator of Fairy Tail. And I've been reading the manga. I'm up through volume 7 now, which is like 60 chapters-ish. It's really good. I've really been enjoying it because it fixed a lot of the problems people had with early Fairy Tail. It feels so much more focused than Fairy Tail did in its early stages. So, like, there's a very clear story going on, and it's going to be... I think the anime is going to... As long as we have a good studio animating it, I think it's going to be absolutely killer. So, yeah, I'm super excited for the Eden Zero anime. That's coming out in April. I don't really have any other 2021 anime things other than those two right now. I don't even know what else is coming out. I guess ReZero, the second part of season 2 is coming out. That'll be cool.
Yeah.
But
isn't the day I become a god or something? Isn't that airing at the moment?
It might be close to done.
Oh shit, we need to watch that.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about that.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
But yeah,
I have not actually been paying attention to a lot of recent anime because I don't know, I just haven't really thought about it recently. But if I'm able to manage my time properly, I feel like I could easily crack a few in because I know I've got a few. I've got Crunchyroll and I've got shit like that. I need to actually watch the shows that are in my
watch list is like a mile long. So I just kind of crank through mine a little bit at a time.
More and more, my friend Bailey from D&D, he more and more every week at Dungeons and Dragons, he fucking shows me TikToks and he shows me videos of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and he's just like, he's just, I don't know how subtle he's trying to be, but he's just like, he's heavily implying to everyone that we should fucking watch it. So it's just like, if I get into JoJo's, I'll fucking die. So I don't know if I should do it.
I mean, then if you get into JoJo, you can be like, hey, is that a JoJo reference? Haha.
It's just like, hey, I'm now cultured. Look at me. Haha, pose. But
pretty much.
It's just like, I don't know. It's an enigma to me. But you know, I've seen there is a lot of anime, like at least from a year or two ago, that it's just randomly popped up on Crunchyroll, and I'm just like, oh yeah, that looks interesting. Add it to my watch list, and then I haven't fucking watched it. So like, I know there's quite a few shows there, and then like, I don't know, there's a lot of shit I need to catch up on, and I feel like another thing I'm looking to do. This is gonna sound kind of odd. I want to kind of back away from YouTube a bit in regards to how much I consume content on YouTube. Sure. Because there's so many times where I fall into the rabbit hole of just refreshing my feed, looking for something to play in the background. I play something random, I work for 2 minutes, but then the video is actually that interesting that I stop what I'm doing to properly watch the video. And then it's just like, oh, now I'm an hour into this rabbit hole. Look at that. So I'm going to try and just back away from my consumption of YouTube. Even if I replace it with consumption of anime, for fucking who cares? Like, I want to be a little bit more... I want to try and pace and manage my time more properly to not fall into rabbit holes like that, because I feel like I don't achieve much. I don't get much done. So I want to try and pace myself better with that. In regards to creating content, though, that's a little bit different. I am still considering coming back to Trinidad-Y. I'm still considering getting back into it. I'm definitely confident and happy with continuing with FireStorm podcast. I really like what we've been doing here. I really like the feel and the pace we've got with FireStorm podcast. Trinidad-Y is going to be something a little bit different. I'm going to try and... If I do get back into it, I want to try and revamp it a little bit, try and make it something a bit more professional, a bit more something to something I would like to produce anyway in regards to video content, but it all kind of depends on like where my path leads me in regards to work and all that, in regards to time.
Gotcha.
So YouTube is definitely something that's on the list of if I can manage my time well, and if I can achieve all these other things I want to achieve, if I still have time for this, I'll fucking do it. I am 100% making time for FireStorm. As we've proven the past 3 weekends we've recorded Twilight Princess gameplay. We're fucking in it, bro.
God.
So I'm definitely making time for FireStorm, regardless of what happens next year. Oh my god, last episode was just the most painful shit. Okay, you guys are not going to see this until like the end of the year, like the episode we did. It was the water temple. That clip you uploaded on Twitter of just your mental state is just like, okay, I'm gonna trust my instincts. Falls into a giant fucking chasm and I just lose my shit for 30
it's like
seconds.
We're 2.5 hours into the episode. It's just like, God, I don't want to live anymore. So fucking funny.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, before I forget, because I want to finish my thought, because I started talking about Eden Zero, which, by the way, if you make time for it in April, you should totally watch it when it starts coming out, because it'll be once a week thing, 20 minutes a week. You will not regret it. Eden Zero is really good. So I started talking about that, but anyway, that's going to be on the second anime cover album that's going to come out sometime. Who knows? But I'm probably going to start transitioning. I'm going to keep doing covers, of course, because that's kind of what I'm known for, and I think that'll get me the most attention. Like, that'll be the most success, what is the word? Beneficial thing for me to do at this point in time. Yeah. Like, it'll get me the attention I want. And I have a couple other albums I want to do. But the main thing, I want to start transitioning into making more original songs, because I have some ideas, but it would be nerd-focused original songs. So, whether it's based on, Pokemon anime, or I have an idea of doing, a Songs of Time-esque Breath of the Wild album, so, Songs of Time, but about Breath of the Wild. Something like that. But the big thing is I want to start networking my connections. I want to collab with people more. That's the big thing for next year, is to start branching out and reaching out to people and actually start building my connections, so I know people if I ever need something, a guest vocalist or what have you, because my collab list has been so not large at all recently. It's been Robin, Mike, and Phil, and that's it. And Spire, I did something for Spire, which was cool. But it's been so not vast. There's not a lot of people that I actually work with. Whoa, and
and I am nowhere near good enough. I am nowhere near that level. So it's you guys. I've seen Mike and a few others individual solo stuff, and they are very
exactly.
Talented,
so I'm gonna start basically reaching out to people for stuff like that. My roommate's back, but basically I have this idea for a little EP of basically random fairy tale covers, because fairy tale is 26 openings. And
shit.
Some of them are really good. So I've basically made six fairy tale songs that I want to cover. One of them I already did cover, but basically they don't fit. They don't have the right vibe for the anime cover albums. So I'm just gonna throw them all into a little EP. Phil's gonna be on one of them. And I need a female vocalist for another, and Robin is not the right girl for the job in this case. So besides, she's already super busy with her own stuff. But basically, I have an idea for who I'm gonna ask to do it with me, but I shouldn't have phrased it like that. But
no, you know what? I'm going to send you. I don't know if she's on Twitter or whatever, but I'm going to show you a video of someone. The other American friend I know, I've mentioned her in the past.
Oh, this girl who lives in Florida.
She is in a. Yeah, I think so. She's in a metalcore band, but she's done a lot of like she's covered very like softer songs. I don't know what exactly you're looking for, but I will send you something she's done before after this and see how that goes. But
Yeah. So
that's
I have an
different
idea for who I'm
anyway.
gonna ask, but basically the song I'm in question is called "Power of the Dream," which is the first opening of the final season of Fairy Tale. It's a really good song, and I only recently came to appreciate it because I kind of thought it was weird at first because I was like, this is not what I'm looking for in this because it's the big final season, last arc of the show. I felt like it should have been more dramatic, and it's like this kind of upbeat, like acoustic, like electronic song. It's just it didn't quite fit the vibe in my opinion, but now I've come to realize it's just a good fucking song. So I'm gonna cover it as part of that EP, and I need a girl vocalist, and I think I have an idea of who I want to ask. I found this girl on YouTube who's super talented. She does kind of similar videos to Robin's, but I think her voice is a better fit. So that's kind of what I'm going for right now. I followed her on Twitter yesterday, and she followed me back. That's a success. That's step one.
Yeah, step one.
So yeah, that's probably going ahead. I don't know when I'm gonna release it, but the covers won't come out for a while, but they're gonna be on like Spotify and stuff like as soon as they're done. So I'm just gonna throw them up there and be like, hey, if you want to hear some fairy tale covers, go fucking listen to my Spotify because they're not gonna be on here. Because that's my main goal for while I'm on break is to fucking make a buttload of songs so that I don't have to focus on it as much when I go back to school, so I can just buckle down and focus on school. Because it seems to bite me in the ass whenever I try to do both. So,
just curious, how many years do you have left of your
I
school?
have 2.5 years left. Yeah,
Epic.
so it always seems to bite me in the ass when I try to do both at the same time. So that is why I'm going to try to create a bunch of stuff. I also have some more Pokemon Japanese covers that I'm going to throw into an album. The Sun to Sky is going to be like a new version of the Sun to Sky album. So the first 5 are still going to be there, but I'm adding Challenger, Spurt, and Type Wild, which are all really cool songs. And then the last thing, music, is the punk band, which I talked about during Twilight Princess, which we're going to start. We're going to do some anime covers, and I'll list off the songs we're doing. Spark Again from Fire Force, Heroes from My Hero Academia, Battle Frontier, which is not the powers in your hands Battle Frontier. It's the Japanese opening called Battle Frontier. What is the other 444? More Than Like from Fairy Tale, and Catch the Moment from SAO Ordinal Scale. So those are what we're doing first, and then we'll probably make some original stuff. But that's pretty much it. We just need to actually do that. It just needs to be like, we need to sit down and be like, okay, we're gonna actually do this. And then Florida Gardens is gonna put out something too, once we're done with it. But yeah,
It's pretty epic.
I'm doing some stuff basically.
That you're doing it. Sounds like you're doing.
Well,
a lot
yeah,
of
because
stuff.
right now I'm not really doing anything other than working on music. That is. The other thing I mentioned earlier, like because I talked to a bunch of people, I got some really cool opportunities. So one of those has been releasing recently. So one of my friends, hold on, there it is. My friend's name, his name's Zach. His channel is Lumio's Trainer Zach on YouTube, and he does Pokemon content. And he's putting out his biggest series, like his biggest like string of videos so far, where he reviews every individual Pokemon anime series up to this point. And they're coming out like every week. So he's done original series, advanced, and Diamond and Pearl so far. And he's basically been commissioning me to do songs to put as background music for those videos. They're usually Japanese openings, but yeah, if you look up his trainer, or his channel, he's got some serious numbers in there. Like he's a big name. So it's been really cool to like have him, and it's not about the numbers for me.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I literally, Luminous Trainer Zag, 175k.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Fuck.
so but it's not about the numbers. It's just about Zach being super cool. Zach is awesome, and like I watched his content even before I started talking to him. He's just a really cool guy, and he pays me for it because it's him specifically requesting a song, so it's I'm past the point where I do that for free. um,
No.
yeah. So
Did I pay you for No Mercy, by the way?
I think you did.
Did I pay you for? I think I did.
You did. That was like 2 years ago. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine. But yeah, Zach is super cool, and I've been doing some really cool stuff for him. I'm actually in the middle of working on another for his XY video, which is coming out 2 Thursdays from now. So yeah, it's just it's a little series. Well, not little. The videos are huge, but he's collaborating with a bunch of other Pokemon anime YouTubers and bringing them on to do reviews for each series, and they're really, really strong videos. Like the way he addresses everything, like the flaw, like the positives and negatives of each series, are really good. Like I know you're familiar with Diamond and Pearl. Like if you get a chance, you should absolutely watch the Diamond and Pearl review he did. It's super good.
I'm looking at it right now, and I'm definitely considering it.
Yeah, it's a really like they're all really strong videos. Like Zach is so like the way he scripts out and like thinks like puts his thoughts into words. It's really good. He's a super cool guy. And yeah, so that's what I've been doing recently. Is I've been doing on top of the music I make myself. It's lucky that I'm not doing anything right now because I have time to do all of that music. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now with music stuff. You can expect, because what happened, I was listening to the 2020 version of this that we did last year, and like half this stuff I talked about didn't happen. And you know, maybe like the Breath of the Wild thing won't happen, at least maybe not this year or probably ever, but like everything else I mentioned, you can bet your ass is gonna happen. So yeah, that's like I will die on that hill, basically.
To summarize it, like individually, both we have a lot we want to achieve. You can make this statement for any person, anyone online, anyone at all that thinks similarly to how we think in regards to like approaching things and that. But what is really defining about it is acting upon it. Of course, we're very limited this year with lockdown, with coronavirus, but at the end of the day, you could call that an excuse, you could call that a reason, it doesn't matter. Look, it's where we're at now, and it's where we want to be in the future, and what we do to act upon it is the thing that really defines like what we're gonna do. And there's been many, many years where I've made promises to myself, and I've just never acted upon them, and I've never done anything, I've never committed to anything, and I'm looking to make big change with that because when I'm saying looking to, I'm working, I'm doing it, but I'm kind of like mentally just thinking, fuck, it's time to step my game up. It's time to
stop.
It's time to stop being a lazy prick. It's time to fucking, because like as well, seeing as well, like you shouldn't compare yourself to others, but even like seeing what you've done as well, and seeing how you have gone and succeeded in many different avenues and gotten many different opportunities, which are just really like fucking awesome for you. It's just like, then there's just me like, I want to do something similar. I want to be presented with with similar opportunities, at least in my field. Yeah, like
it's so much about like the thing you realize when you get older is like, you know, putting in the hours is great and everything, but like you can speed up any process by having connections, by knowing people, by being the guy who's like, oh yeah, I know a guy. Like networking is super important, especially in like the online community where everyone can get to know anyone. Anyone can get to know any single person. So that's like, so I got lucky because, you know, the reason I even got so much attention in our community in the first place was because I made those stupid videos where I made Ash say the Soulja Boy lines. Like, that was the only reason they ever, like, took notice of me, really. And that was just me being a moron. Like, just because I thought it was funny. And apparently other people thought I was funny, which was good. That's what I wanted. But that was like, that was what got me a lot of attention, like during the like quarantine this year. Like that's why a bunch of people started following me, and why I got a bunch of attention from big names like Zach and a couple of his friends. Like it's all about just like, it's the weirdest shit. like I mentioned earlier, this lockdown has like low key been a blessing in disguise. Cause like if I had never made those stupid Ash videos, which I wouldn't have made if we weren't stuck at home all the time, I might never have gotten to talk to them, at least not as early as I did. Like I was literally on call with Zach and a bunch of other guys last night, getting drunk off my ass watching the Game Awards. It was fucking it was amazing. So yeah, it's all about having those connections. But I mean, that's important, right? But definitely the most important thing is like having the mental fortitude to sit the fuck down and be like, okay, I'm doing this. Like, because it does take a certain amount of like, energy just to have like, just to sit the fuck down and do something, like have the energy to actually start something. Because getting something off the ground is easily the hardest part of any creative project. Like, actually starting it. Like, even just for any individual song I make, having to like sit in my chair, stare at an empty project file and be like, okay, it's time. Like, it takes some mental fortitude to do that. And I imagine it's the same for every chapter of a book you write. Yeah. So
no, it's very similar process.
So that's definitely the most important part. It's just being, willing to do it. Because I mean, I like the new song I'm working on for Zach. Like earlier, I was staring at it like, I don't really want to do this because like it's just tough to like start it. Like of course I'm getting paid for it and everything, but like it's just like when you like have that creative process, it's just like starting it is the hardest part for sure. Because I mean, it's so easy to just stare at it and do nothing. But you're not gonna get anywhere doing that. So
No.
I mean, I sure as hell like to, but it's just not gonna happen, unfortunately. So yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I have one other secret project in the work that I think is gonna be ridiculous. I'm gonna one random thing I want to mention offhandedly. The Diamond and Pearl rap, the one that opened the first season of Diamond and Pearl, of the Pokemon anime.
Oh,
it's all about the battle. You gotta play smart. Yeah. You gotta move faster.
Oh yeah, that.
Mike, Phil, and I all three of us are gonna collab to make a full version of that, which is gonna be ridiculous.
Just the rap?
No, there's gonna be more to it than that. There's gonna be more to it than that. We're gonna make it into like a 2.5 minute endeavor, like
a full version of the song,
like what I did for I Want to Be a Hero, basically. If
there isn't already a full version of it,
it's only 30 seconds.
Oh. All right, so then you're gonna do like after the chorus, you're gonna do another
something
rap.
like that. We're gonna come up with some ideas. That's that'll be weird. That'll be a weird project, but it'll be fun because it'll be stupid.
That sounds pretty epic.
It'll be stupid, like because the DP rap is kind of a meme, but it's a good.
I know, but that is one thing about like mid 2000s like animes and cartoons and all that especially dubbed cartoons that have these OPs, but they are like only a minute and a half, and there's never a full version of them. Like two prime examples I can think of, Yu-Gi-Oh! GX and Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. Their openings are so fucking catchy and so cool, but they only go for a minute and a half. Oof. And I've seen people make their own extended full versions, and they're still pretty cool. But it's like that's a real shame, and it is really cool to see people though making full versions of that. So that would be really cool to see.
We're gonna, especially because I mean, having all three of us work on it together is what's gonna make it. I think because I'm gonna lead, because the main reason why I never even tried to tackle it myself is because I'm like, I don't want to write another rap, like I don't want to fucking deal with that. So that's why I'm gonna have Mike and Phil write some raps as well. So
nothing can stop me.
Yeah, exactly. It's so dumb, but it's gonna be fun.
I know. Nothing can stop me. Diamond and Pearl.
Pokemon.
Indeed. Yes, that is how words.
Thank you. Yes, that is words. English sentence. Good. Thank you. Goodbye. Yeah. That's another random offhanded
that's how we
project
end.
that we're gonna work on.
That sounds
It'll
pretty
be
cool.
fun for sure. But I think that's pretty much it. That'll be just some random thing that we do for fun, because it'll be for funsies. That's pretty much it. I do have a cool song that Phil's publishing. It's pretty cool. It's like this little rap he did. It's about Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. He's gonna publish that soon, I think. I did some singing vocals for that, so that'll be fun. That'll be cool. Anything else? No, I think that's it. Oh yeah, but basically tune into Lumiose Trainer Zach's reviews every Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern time, and you'll hear pretty much. I think there's 3 more reviews coming out before the end of the year, and I think music I made is going to be in every one. So there you go. Watch those, because they're going to be good. I mean, I don't know anything about them. I don't see them beforehand. I just send them songs. But they're going to be good, because the 3 that have come out already have been really, really good. So y'all should watch those.
We should definitely link in the description. Trent, remember this. The playlist of our Twilight Princess playthrough, the Spotify link for your new version of this stream, and let's go for the Diamond and Pearl episode of Luminous Trainer Zach's video. Let's put them all in the description, Trent, as long as you fucking remember. That sounds pretty epic, and even just looking at the video, like it's good. It's a good half an hour. It's super
strong.
Good.
Like it's so good.
I am really excited.
Yeah, if you get a chance, like, well, maybe like even like while you're about to go get food in between this recording and the fucking Twilight Princess we're about to do, you should watch it. It's good.
Yes. Maybe I
will. But yeah, I don't really think I have anything else. Like I just want to hang out with people again in a public setting. That's all. I'm a simple man.
What's the moral of the story? I just want to hang out with people in public again. Like fuck.
It's like the.
Honestly.
You remember the video that Nate Wants to Battle posted, like the one of the fucking Animal Crossing character, but it's metal, and at the very end, it's like I miss outside.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Yeah. No, that's.
Yeah.
I'm the same. No, I am definitely the same. I miss outside.
I just want to go to Worlds. I want to go to London. I've never been to London, but I want to go there. Also, one last thing I forgot. There's going to be a new opening, probably a new Pokemon opening, new Japanese one. I'll probably cover it. That's the sentence.
Probably. Yep. Get excited.
Get excited.
Guys. Get excited for
Yay, another Pokemon opening that everyone's going to ask me to do. Woo!
Fuck ton of Pokemon stuff.
God.
Woo!
I'm kind of dreading it, but like not. I really hope it's good so I don't have to dread it. Yeah.
Epic.
I just can't wait to get like 8 million requests.
Sounds
to do
like
it. Shut up. Please.
We hope you've enjoyed, everyone listening. We hope you enjoyed all of the FireStorm podcasts content in 2020. A lot of reviews, a lot of anime and album reviews.
I don't even, dude. Are there even any albums coming out next year? Fuck, I don't even think so. There's nothing. There's like nothing.
I have no idea. A lot of guests, a lot of variety that we've produced for the FireStorm podcast. We hope you have enjoyed it.
That would be epic.
Fuck yeah. Next year, we're going to have a few more guests. We're looking to do a few more variety of episodes and definitely get into some more gameplay and stuff like that. We are very, very happy with what we've been producing.
If Trent's down, if after Twilight Princess, I might just break out fucking Skyward Sword. Like, if you thought I got angry during Twilight Princess, just wait.
Oh god, I just sit back and I ponder, how can I make this moment funny when you're just in the middle of raging? And I'm just pondering, like, what can I do to either like push your buttons more or just make this funny? What can I do here?
Like, it's like you just try to ask me about the mechanics and I'm like, fuck this stupid bullshit.
It's just like, why don't you just like time it? And you're like, fuck!
Dude, this looks so easy. Like, fuck off.
No, I reckon like every second episode it's just like jump, and it's just like I can't fucking jump. It's just like I'm just gonna keep being like, hey, why don't you just jump, bro? What the fuck? What are you doing?
I will get so mad.
Fucking hell. Oh Jesus. Anyway, yes.
Oh yeah, okay.
Outro,
thanks guys for tuning in. We're just chilling today. It's all good. Thanks for hanging out. If you have any, wait, I don't know what's first, but you could follow us on Twitter at FireStorm Pod for a plethora of dick jokes, or at our individual Twitters. For me, at Silverstorm100, or Trent at TrentJM27. And then if you have any questions or suggestions for episodes, like, you know, if you want to suggest an episode idea for us, because we're kind of out of them, you can leave them in the comments, or you can email us at firestormproductions2@gmail.com. That's no caps in the number 2, and what else? That's it, right? Pog.
Yep,
Sephiroth is in Smash. Goodbye, everyone.
Sounds pretty pog. So, goodbye, 2020. Suck our dicks. We hope 2021 is better. We hated you.
I'll suck Sephiroth's dick.
Of course you will. You fucking.
I'd sooner suck Cloud's dick,
non-homosexual, homosexual. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Just wait till Mario gets a chub. You'll probably be all over that too.
No, I don't want to touch his. I don't want to fucking touch his facial hair. That's fucked. Why would I do that?
He's not no, Mario's not anime enough. It's fine.
Cloud is so much more handsome.
Suck my dick.
I will not. I'm reserving that for Cloud.
Everyone else. Everyone else. Suck my dick.
I'm reserving my blowjob virginity for Cloud Strife from Final Fantasy VII Remake. Alright, that's all.
What if there was a guy that cosplayed as
You better
Cloud
be
Strife,
handsome.
offered to suck your dick?
If he's an ugly motherfucker, I'll kill him.
Looking, mate. That's what you're going to PAX for, isn't it?
I've been exposed.
Going to PAX to get your dick sucked. That's the whole thing.
I'm gonna find it's just gonna be me going to PAX to like find some gamer bitch, bring her back to the Airbnb, and just fucking rail her. Make me your Zelda to your Link.
Just go up like, hey, like Pokemon.
Just start making out right there in the middle of the fucking convention.
Fuck yeah. Anyway, goodbye.